Welcome friends, thanks for finding us here at BakerTable.com. If you're at this video, you're most likely working with one of our awesome designers on a personalized project, maybe a business logo, a special gift for somebody that's near and dear to your heart, and you're wondering which finish you need to select. I know it can be a little bit overwhelming that we have so many options, and I assure you they're not there to confuse you. They're really there because there's that many different applications for different materials and different coatings. There's some that are right and some that are wrong depending on your situation. So I'm going to try and break these down pretty quickly here, not make a really convoluted or confusing video, and try and keep it kind of common sense and clear as to what to expect through the process here. So first of all, let's just burn through all the finishes that we offer. We have a raw steel with an indoor clear coat. Then we get into our powder coats. There's a flat black powder coat, super popular. Then we have our silver powder coat with a little flake in it. Here's our gloss white powder coat finish, the gloss red powder coat finish. Then we get into our gloss clears. This is gloss clear over raw steel. Then we have gloss clear over galvanized steel. And finally, we have gloss clear over aluminum. So if that's enough to send you on your way, I wish you luck. Keep working with our designers. They are here to help you through the process. They're very passionate, creative people, and they're more than happy to go through a few rounds to make sure you get the perfect thing for your situation, and hopefully you make a great impression on your friends and family when you give this as a gift. Now let's get in a little bit more depth. If you need some more information, which I'm not surprised, let's start again back here at our raw steel finish. This is our most common, most popular finish. It's also our best price because it's exactly what we call it. It's raw steel. This is raw, unprocessed steel, straight from the mill, hot off our laser. The only processing we do is a deburring step to make sure that there's nothing sharp you're going to cut yourself on when you open the package or put it on your wall. But there's a few things to note here. There's going to be some nitrogen spots. You'll notice there's little white kind of blast spots, and that's when the laser pierces through the material. It leaves a little mark there from the nitrogen reacting with the atmosphere. Those nitrogen spots really don't fade away. They do go away if you let this go ahead and rust out, and they don't cause any issues if you want to go ahead and paint or put some sort of coating over the top of this. These are prepped and ready to go for any sort of finishing that you'd like to do on your own. If you're going to be painting it yourself, highly recommend you start with something like this. Just lay down a self-etching primer first. After that, you can really put whatever you want on top and it's not going to rust. A few other things to note. The raw steel coating, you'll notice right here there's like some veining or some marbling going on. The color kind of varies as you go across the sheet. These are post-consumer waste. This is recycled material here. Over 90% of the metal in this sign has been used previously in our economy for something else and got melted down and reprocessed by the mill. So due to the nature of the recycled raw material that goes into this and the heat process and the different rollers and stuff that they go through during the process, there's no way for us to control a perfect finish on this. This is raw steel. I can't stress that enough, and it will rust. If you leave it outside, you know, in a salty, wet, moist environment, this eventually is going to rust and develop a beautiful chocolatey orange patina that you would expect from anything else metal that you left outside. So this is our most popular and most varied and somewhat most misunderstood finish. I think a lot of people expect a bright, shiny metal when we say raw steel, but this is a different product that has the mill scale still on top of the bright shiny metal that is underneath this. But we like this product better, and it gives a really unusual and unique look that you're not going to get with other products. Also, while I'm here, let's just talk about the thickness. This is 16 gauge or 1/16 inch. You notice it's not flexible, it's not wavy, it's not making noises. This is a very nice durable thickness that will give you many years of service, but also not be so heavy you have to worry about adding extra blocking or using special screws to mount it to your wall. This can go up with some command strips, some Velcro, double-sided tape. You don't have to think too much about mounting this on the wall at this thickness. It's the perfect balance between durability and ease of use. So that's why we like 16 gauge. From here, I'm gonna jump to the indoor clear coat. This is the exact same sign here that has a flat clear coat we put on here. This is a paint product. It's not self-etching. It doesn't have any chemical properties that are going to prevent rusting or resist degradation of the steel over time. It does help if you're somewhere dry like Arizona, New Mexico. You could probably get away with something like this outside for 5, 6, 7 years without really any major rust developing. But if you want to put this in a bathroom where there's high humidity, let's say a laundry room inside your house that has high humidity, or you want to put this outside and say you live in Texas, Illinois, Florida, on the coast somewhere, this is not going to be the finish for you. This is why we call it the indoor clear coat, because that's all I can really guarantee it for indoor use. Feel free to use it outside. Just full disclosure, it's not what it's designed to do. If you're trying to put some stuff outside and you don't want it to rust, now we're going to get into our powder coat finishes. This is our flat black powder coat, by far the most popular powder coat finish. It's going to keep the sign looking fresh and crispy for many years outside. All of our powder coats come with a UV protective coating on them so that they're going to resist fading and sun damage over time. Again, not perfect, but it's going to hold up a lot better than, say, a painted product or some of your other lawn furniture you may have outside. So all of our powder coats, regardless of color, all have UV coating on them to resist fading and keep them looking fresh for many years. You can choose any one of these powder coat colors, the black, the white, the silver, the red, or the clears. They're going to have the same properties, just different colors. The one thing I want to note about powder coat is 1 coat of powder coat is equal to 4 coats of paint. So our single coat of powder is equal to 4 built up coats of paint. Super durable. They use this on tractor frames, heavy truck parts, you know, your lawnmower, like heavy industrial equipment gets powder coated for this very reason, because it's flexible, it resists rusting, and it's very hard and durable wearing surface. You know, I can't scratch it with my fingernails. Also have to say, some people are confused. We call the outdoor powder coat outdoor, not because it's only good outdoors. You can feel free to use it inside. It's gonna have absolutely no problem there at all, but it is an outdoor coating that's more durable than something you would need inside. You can definitely use this in marine environments, high humidity, outside, undercover, indirect sunlight, the rain, the snow. It's really not going to mess with the powder coat. You're going to get a good 5 to 7 years out of a powder coated product like this with zero maintenance. From here, we have our gloss clear, which is also a powder coat. So this is our gloss clear over raw steel. You're going to notice you still see kind of the marbling right here on the edges. You're still going to pick up those nitrogen shots from the laser. This is still raw steel underneath with just a nice shiny gloss over the top of it. Now we're going to get into a couple of our specialty metals. This is highly recommended if you live somewhere next to the ocean, really, or maybe you're putting together a home address sign that's going to be next to your driveway that is on a salted road maybe. You're going to want to get into either our galvanized finish, which is this one right here. This is that shiny metal many people expect when they think of steel, but this actually starts as this product, this raw steel right here, and then gets a zinc coating. It's a electrochemical dip process where they actually charge this metal and then they charge the liquid solution with zinc in it, and the two bond together and create a really durable layer. There is applications of zinc galvanized coating that have been going for over 100 years now and still have not rusted. So this is an awesome product. This is the regular galvanized finish, ready to go, and this will not rust and stay shiny. However, saying it won't rust isn't entirely true. This is why this video has to kind of go on a little bit longer than when we first started. Zinc as well as aluminum will not rust in a conventional sense. They won't turn orange or brown, but they will oxidize, which is the same process. And how that looks on a piece of galvanized or even aluminum is there's a white powdery kind of dust that'll collect on the top of these, and it'll lose some of its brightness. All you have to do is take a Scotch-Brite and you can go ahead and buff that off every once in a while and you'll keep it nice and shiny like this. But if you don't want to have any maintenance at all, that's where the outdoor gloss clear comes in. So you start with your galvanized and we add the gloss clear. Now this is a surface that will not oxidize at all. It's never going to turn orange, but this one won't even go powdery white over time, where this one eventually will. So now let's skip over to the aluminum. This is our most exotic product here that we offer regularly. This is aluminum. We step up in the thickness because aluminum is more flexible, less durable, softer. The hardness of aluminum is actually identical to some woods. So you can cut and drill this with your regular wood tools. So for that reason, we've stepped this up to 1/8 of an inch. It's twice the thickness as the steel signs. And we do that just to make sure it's durable enough that it's gonna hold up for you and give you the same performance as a raw steel product. This is a little bit lighter, even though it's thicker. That's the nature of aluminum. And we can put a nice brush finish on this to make it match all of your number 4 stainless appliances. So if you have a stainless grill outside, you're gonna put this in a kitchen, have a lot of stainless appliances. The aluminum looks beautiful next to it. The galvanized steel looks beautiful next to stainless. And we also have our silver powder coat here that is also designed to look great with your stainless steel appliances. But this is the one, the aluminum, that'll actually have that brushed linear finish that you're used to seeing on all of your major appliances there. So highly recommend this if you are in a marine environment, near the ocean, at the lake. Aluminum's a great choice. Once again, if you want to prevent any sort of that white powdery substance from forming, you're going to want to add the gloss clear on top of the aluminum. You can add any of these other powder coat colors on top of the aluminum and the galvanized. The look is going to be identical to these though, but underneath you're going to have a more durable product that's going to last and resist rusting and fading and degradation over time if you start with an aluminum or a galvanized product before we go into the powder coat process. So those are our most durable finishes. If you are in kind of a high maintenance environment, highly recommend them. Other than that, if you have any other questions, feel free to talk to your designer. Reach out to us on makertable.com. And thank you so much for visiting us and working with us on your special project. Really look forward to seeing how it turns out. So happy making, folks. Hope you have a great day. See ya.